going on, guys?
What's up, guys? What's up?
Hi, Freedom Lifestyle Investors. We're going to give you guys a few more seconds to get on right now. Just want to welcome you real quick to the Freedom Lifestyle Investors group video call. So I'm just so excited to be here and talk to you guys today. It's morning time here where we are. Yes. So the sky is light.
It's like
we're here in Thailand.
7 a.m. So it's 8 o'clock on Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to transfer this microphone back and forth.
Yeah, we have to. We had some technical difficulties this morning, so we got to pass this thing around.
Yeah, so it's 7 a.m. here, so we just woke up. We got kind of like the morning face a little bit, but we're super excited to be doing this and to be talking with y'all. We want to meet every single week, and this is something that we love to do. This is something that we love to talk about. We love doing and talking about the freedom lifestyle. This is probably one of the main questions that we get by folks wherever we are in the world. It doesn't matter if we see people out here. We get a lot of people that are retired out here, and they see us, looking young and just chilling sometimes, basically, just doing us. And they'll ask us, like, what do you do? Like, how are you able to just be out here? And that's the question that we get from a lot of people in the States too, is how we're able to travel, how we're able just to, create the life that we want to live, and then create that as we, actually manifest that as we go along. And so we want to just inspire everybody that we touch, everybody that we see, everybody that knows us, everybody that gets to know us. We really want to inspire people to be able to live the freedom lifestyle, however that looks for you, right? If the freedom lifestyle for you isn't going to look the same as how it looks for us and what we value. And so I feel like if we talk as a group, and be more engaged with us every single week, whether it's whatever you want to do, stuff that we just say that we're doing that works for us, we're going to share that openly, freely, and just keep this a nice discussion. And the more that we do it, we're totally committed to being here every single week on Saturdays. And the more that we do it, the more everybody will be able to have success and to prosper. And so that's our point of actually doing this with you guys this week.
Exactly. So we're just so excited to be amongst other freedom lifestyle investors, wherever that may be, whether you're investing in yourself, into real estate, cryptocurrencies, businesses, whatever you're doing to create some type of residual income or wealth. Congratulations. And we're just so happy that you're a part of our freedomlifestyleinvestors.com site. We just reached over to 100 members. Yeah, so we're so excited to just have a community of like-minded individuals that can move forward in a positive light and create a legacy and generational wealth together. So this site is just about a community of other freedom lifestyle investors that are here to share knowledge. No one is above or beneath anyone in this community. It's really just, I have a knowledge about something that you may need, let's share it. And you can provide the tools that help you create a freedom lifestyle investor lifestyle and put it on the site. So just so excited to have different people, I guess, kind of give their review or give their life tools that can help. And so I'm excited just to be able to read about it from you guys. And don't be shy. Go ahead, write a comment to a blog, write a review, be active on the freedomlifestyleinvestors.com site because someone may need you. We may need the knowledge that you have. So don't feel shy. Please share as much as you can on the site. So I'm very excited to have you on board.
Definitely. That's kind of like the point of us even having this call. Creating the company, having a site, is that we want to be able to have people be their best selves. And sometimes that takes a little bit of time for us to be able to find that, right? To be able to find what exactly am I good at? What can I bring to the table? Not even just bring to the table in your family and your workplace, but what can you bring to the table as far as the world is concerned, as far as this universe is concerned? What's your type of energies? What do you bring to the table? And finding that about yourself. And then after you find it, learning how to work with it, learning how to master it. And then after you do that, learning how to display it and actually get your purpose across to every single person that crosses your path is the point of why we're going to be able to connect with each other and have freedom lifestyle investors. And so what happened is, we created this brand, a few years ago. We created this brand. What we did was we thought in our bedroom at the time, we were living in a place called Ivy Ridge in Marietta, Georgia. And the place was, nice. We love Marietta as an area. We love the whole Cobb County in Georgia. Like, we really did love the energies there. But the place that we were in, the type of condo we were in, we didn't really like it for where we saw ourselves and what we saw for our goals. But it was still a nice place. But, at the time where we were at the time, we really felt like it was a low place. We felt like we never really had enough. We were both working $10 an hour jobs, barely having time. So we didn't have any time freedom. We didn't have any financial freedom. And we definitely in our head didn't have any type of emotional freedom because, mental freedom. We were just really stuck in that place. And so at that time, we started visualizing our ideal life. And when I say visualizing, I mean like visualizing to the T, imagining that we're there, like we can feel the beach. We can feel the winds going, on the beach. We can hear the waves of the ocean. We can see the colors. It's this bright blue colors, and it has this, and really grafting out that picture consistently to the point where we were not just talking about it, we were also taking vision boards and cutting out magazines of things that we wanted and putting it on vision boards. Then we were meditating with each other and actually doing it. So it was like, that was a process that we were doing at that time in our life. And as we did it, we said, what was important to us? We was like, what's most important out of everything? And we came together with freedom lifestyle, And so when we were working $10 an hour jobs, we felt like we didn't have any of those things. So why are we doing this method? Like, why are we doing this? If we don't have any time freedom because we're working crazy hours and we're tired, right? We don't have any time freedom. We don't have any financial freedom because we were making $10 an hour. We barely could pay the rent and to pay our bills and to have anything left over. If maybe we were struggling every time to pay bills. And so we didn't have any financial freedom. And then emotionally, we were just back and forth with each other. At this time we were still like a year and still trying to get to know each other in our relationship still. But at the same time, just, learning those things about ourselves, still having all of those different stresses. And it was like, okay, if this isn't working, what happens if we quit our jobs? Like, what happens if we both just stop doing that at all? What can we imagine ourselves doing? What is it that we see our higher self actually achieving if we're not just going around in a circle creating the same story? Right? And so we visualize this, her having a salon and being, she's been trying to have a salon for her whole life. It's just love doing hair. Me, I was in real estate at the time, and I was just really just half-heartedly doing it, not really putting my full into it, but just knowing it can happen. And so at that time when we quit our job, we literally was like, you know what? This is how we visualize ourselves. I see myself being very successful in real estate, not just now and getting a few dollars just for us to survive, but to be able to flourish, as far as becoming, really big around the world with real estate. That's where I see the future at. She sees herself doing all types of businesses and industries and just a serial entrepreneur, and we both do. So it's like, if we see that, is it going to get here by having these jobs? No. We quit our jobs immediately. Those things that we visualized started to happen as we started to work towards actually, having those goals, having those exact goals and moving towards it. That's when everything started to happen as far as our freedom lifestyle is concerned. So that's just like a little bit about us. I don't know if you want to add to it.
And also to be aware of our actions and what we do, because that has a cause and effect to have a freedom lifestyle that we've come to learn. We are putting our own narrative and our own characteristics onto someone based on our experiences, which isn't really healthy. You have to be able to live in a moment and give someone a chance to just provide something for you, so without any attachments or needs back, and that just comes from your own experience. And so in order to have a freedom lifestyle, you got to work on yourself and your own personal traumas and things that you went through that may be a little painful to go through, but it's necessary to create wealth. And so we're not just going to be talking about on these podcasts just actions and what you got to do. We also going to be talking about working on yourself, and that's why we do a lot of personal development and life coaching, because we are life coaches as well. And so if you have a trade and a skill, if you're a life coach, if you coach someone into something, let us know on the site, because you can be needed too. People just need to have someone available that went through already, or just have a faster way. A lot of times people just want to do that learning curve and go straight to the goal. And so we provide that too with a lot of the services and things that we provide on freedomlifestyleinvestors.com. So don't be scared, like I said, to get involved, because we are going to need you. You're part of this community, and we really need you to be a part of it as far as being more active on the site as well, to create more reviews and tools for people to use.
Yeah, exactly, guys. We're going to be doing it, right? The two of us is going to be sharing as much as we can about everything that we learn, everything that we know on this call and on the website. We just really want to just give, right? Everything that we learn, because we feel like if everybody did the same thing, not just us, and we included everybody, like you have an expertise, like whoever it is that's watching this right now. So if you're watching this right now, or if you're watching the recording, so we're going to have this as a podcast. It's going to be a call for our group, for our people that are members on our site. Then also we're going to have this on YouTube and on different platforms to be able to reach more people. And so how we would like to have it is, we don't just have expertise about what we're doing. Everybody who's involved in this group has expertise in what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And so if you share that and we make this a community where everybody's sharing their expertise, you better believe that we're going to be able to achieve our goals faster than if we're doing it by ourselves. Exactly. And so that's why we're excited to be able to have the people that have all of the 100 people, over 100 people now that have joined the website, they're literally from all around the world. So we're looking at the different places that people are coming in from. And so it's like, people are coming in from Russia and the UK and Australia and of course the United States. And then it's just so many areas where we find that people are actually, just trying to achieve that freedom lifestyle for themselves, whether or not that's through business or through real estate or trading currencies and stocks, or just finding ways to invest in yourself and invest into other people. It's like whatever way you choose to get there, we feel like if we can get there together, then it's definitely going to be beneficial for everybody. And so a little bit about the website. When you do sign up for the website, we have a free account. And when you sign up for a free account, you get a whole bunch of free training. You get access to a whole lot of things when you're just signing up for a free account. And so that's something that we want to recommend for everybody to do, even if you don't have any money right now to be able to invest into other avenues and other courses that we have. At least sign up for a free site if you haven't done so already, for the people that are listening to this podcast or listening to the recording. So it's actually freedomlifestyleinvestors.com. It's actually a free package that you can sign up for. Now, other people that are ready to move forward and you actually want to just link arms with us, we can talk every day on this call right here as far as group coaching is concerned, and it comes strictly with just the membership. You don't have to pay anything extra to us. This is something that we're going to be able to do, coach you along the way, as well as give you any type of business tips that we have. We're able to help you inside of this community. And then, of course, then you can add on to whatever you have once we actually network during the call and on the site. Then we also have what's called the Winner's Circle. And so the Winner's Circle is just really, we're just giving people opportunities to be able to accomplish something and then get more benefits, because you've already proven to yourself and to other people that you're serious about, achieving one way or the other. So whether or not that's through real estate, currencies, businesses, investing in yourself, we have what's called challenges, where all you have to do is accomplish those challenges for yourself. And then you'll be a part of the Winner's Circle, which automatically shows people that you're serious about what you're doing. And so that way you add more benefits to the site and you're able to do more things and achieve more things. And so you can figure out which one of those packages work for you. As we go along every single week, we're going to be every single month, every single week, we're adding more trainings, we're adding more benefits, more things. Either way, we are available to be able to help you to achieve your goals. And so just figure out which one is best for you. And then let's rock and roll. Just take action at this point.
Right, exactly. Okay, so right now we have some poll questions that we're going to ask you guys to get you guys more interactive and see what you guys think about some of the questions. So the first question that we're going to send is, what sounds more like your ideal freedom lifestyle? So we're going to send a poll out right now, and I want you guys to answer that question. So the question once again is, what sounds more like your ideal freedom lifestyle? Is it financially free? Is it emotionally free? Is it time freedom? So if you're listening to this as a podcast or a YouTube video, make sure you write your answers down in the comments. So I'm gonna read it one more time for you. The question is, what sounds more like your ideal freedom lifestyle? Being financially free, being emotionally free, or being time freedom? So if you'd rather just be free of your time, that is the time freedom. So which one would you rather do?
Right, guys. So we would love to hear your answers. We're going to put the poll inside of our webinar where we are talking with our members. But if you're seeing this recording on YouTube, or if you're listening to this on a podcast, just think of it in your mind. Think of what answer would fit you the most. You can't choose all of them. You can't choose more than one. Like, this is going to be our critical thinking part of the call. We want to be able to get your mind flowing, ask you some thought-provoking questions that make you analyze yourself so that you can take action and being who you want to be and doing the goals that you want to do. And so really think about these questions that we're going to ask you every single week. And when it comes down to this particular question, you have, different parts of your life that you may need one or the other, right? Or you, of course, ideally want to have them all. But right now, which one stands out to you the most on you really want that for yourself? And so I know when I can think about us, and we talked about the story about us when we lived at Ivory Ridge in Marietta, Georgia. And at that time, we really wanted time freedom. Like, we craved time freedom because we felt like we couldn't do anything else because we didn't have enough time. Like, at the time, we were working $10 an hour jobs. Yeah. We were working about 10 to 12 hours a day. So we were tired. We didn't have any energy or time to be able to put towards anything else that we wanted to do for us in our future. And we also were emotionally stressed because of that time, not having that time freedom. So we weren't able to spend enough time with each other, build each other up, and take time in our relationship and work through things. And us not having the time freedom it was stopping us, and it was blockage for us achieving everything else that we wanted to do. And so at that time, we craved time freedom so much that we decided that we both were going to quit our jobs. And that might not be what's best for everybody that's on this call. We're not telling you that you have to quit your job to be able to accomplish your purpose. But for us at that time in our life, we needed time freedom, and we needed it bad. And so we decided to quit our job. We both didn't have any job. We were willing to sleep in the car. We were willing to sleep on the street to be able to have our time freedom. That's how deep we wanted it. That's how bad we wanted to have time freedom. Is we were willing to sacrifice anything to be able to achieve that. But when we quit our job, we also developed a plan, and we start thinking like, what is it that we see ourselves doing right now? Because we know we can make it happen on those goals that we want. And at that time, I was doing real estate. I'm like, I really see myself accomplishing it. Like, I know I can do it. I have the skill set, the desire to do it, but I don't have a lot of time and energy because of what I'm doing here and putting my energy towards a job and working for someone else. And so I decided to be able to quit at that time, and then immediately started to have success in real estate once I made that decision. The same thing that happened for Ashlee. She wanted to have a hair salon, have her own salon, and thought of that thought, and then 3 days later find a building, and it was like, we're not over exaggerating.
It literally happened. It
literally happened just like that once we made the decision. And so we're the only thing stopping us in our way. But we really wanted time freedom at that time. And so when we gained that time freedom, we put ourselves in a position where now we started to have emotional freedom because we weren't tied down to be super stressed for no reason and overworked and not being able to be our full self and go towards where we saw our life and what we saw ourselves accomplishing. So the emotional stress started to stop. We stopped worrying as much. And then we had financial freedom because we started to be successful in our businesses and real estate and investing. And so that created financial freedom. And so the time freedom was very important for us to be able to achieve. And so wherever you are in your life, just decide which one will give you the most benefit right now if you was to have that. Would it be financial freedom where you need more income coming in for you to be able to achieve what you need to achieve? Is it emotional freedom where you're just too stressed, you're just too congested with where you are and you're breaking through and you need some freedom because you feel tied down, whether or not you feel like emotions are overtaking you, or whether or not you feel like time freedom is something that you need to be able to achieve something. So put your answers down below wherever you're watching this recording, or if you're live, put it in the chat box. And if you want to, you can actually use the hand. People that are on live with us on the webinar, just click the hand mark and we'll be able to invite you on to be able to share your story. So share what it is that's working for you, something that's maybe not working for you that we can dissect together and help you through the problem. Just use the hand mark, people that are live with us on the webinar, our members. And so we want to be able to have actual chatting with you and engage with you in a live, real manner where we touch you. And so put those answers down below for this first question, and we're gonna move on to the next ones.
All right. Make sure you submit those answers right now. Make sure you comment those answers too on YouTube.
Yeah, we want to know.
All right, so the second question is, what do you believe is holding you back the most from achieving your ideal life? Is it your mindset? Is it skill set? Is it limited resources? So once again, the question is, what do you believe is holding you back the most from achieving your ideal life? Is it mindset? Is it skill set? Is it limited resources? So this question is, a little bit of a tough one because you got to kind of admit where you fall short. And that's the number one thing I think for me, as far as being an investor or entrepreneur, you have to kind of know what you're weak in so that way you can find a solution for it. And so this one is basically saying, which one do you need a solution for? Sometimes it's us holding our own selves back as far as how we're putting limitations on ourselves or expectations. And sometimes it may just be skill set. Maybe we lack something that we may need. Maybe you are good as a visionary, but you're not good managing people. You're not good with that. Find someone that is. There's always a solution to every problem or a solution to what you may need. So for it to hold you back necessarily, that means that you really have to deal with it and create a solid foundation or solid solutions to make you feel comfortable to move forward to where it's not holding you back anymore. So there are some things that hold you back, but you can push through by finding a solution. So just answer that question very honestly so that way we can know what tools to add to the site, what tools to suggest to you to make sure that you get whatever you may need to find a solution to that problem.
Yeah, I think when I think about all three of those, whether we're talking about mindset, skill set, or the resources that you have. Now, again, this is a question that you probably want to pick them all, right? We want to be able to have everything, but we want you to really think critically again and really dissect yourself and think right now, what do you feel like is holding you back the most from achieving your ideal lifestyle? And mindset, like we talked about before, mindset is something that you really have to do first. Like in your head, you have to be ready. You have to be at a certain place where not only can you see yourself achieving it, there's no plan B, there's no turning back. You're at a point where you have to do it and you're not leaving yourself any other option. Like that desire has to be so deep that you're willing to sacrifice anything to get there. And that's when you actually do get there, when you can see that in your mind. And you have to control your thoughts. And the thoughts that we have a lot of thoughts that come through our mind, 1,000,000 miles an hour, guys. Like our mind is set up for us to be able to have
infinite thoughts
at light speed. And so when we talk about controlling your thoughts, it's not as easy as it sounds because we're doing this ourselves right now because there's so many thoughts. But when you do have control over your thoughts, every thought that goes by, you're dissecting that thought. Like, is it actually aligned with where I want to go and who I want to be? Or is this some type of past pain or past situation or past trauma or past hurt that is making me have these thoughts, in my mind? And I'm creating a story that I don't even want to happen, that I don't even want to experience, but I'm creating this story over and over again because of some past hurt or pain that I had. And these thoughts creep their way in so well that you really have to watch them when you're out there in the world. Or when you're out there meditating and thinking to yourself in your head, you have to watch every single thought. And I find myself sometimes thoughts will come through my head and I'll be like, what? Where did that thought come from? Let me rewrite that story. And when you do that often enough, that's how you're going to create your life. That's the fastest way for you to be able to do that. When you're reflecting what's on the inside with what's on the outside, that's what we see. That's what we have in us, in ourselves. What's around us is what's in us. And so when you control these thoughts and you start recreating a different picture in your head, when you start creating a better story about yourself and about the people that are around you, you'll start noticing when you're walking past someone, instead of you thinking lowly about yourself or thinking that that person is probably thinking this about you, or that person is probably this type of person because they look like this, and you're creating all these stories of past situations of that person reminds you of this situation or that person. And we do all of these things in our heads so often that we let it happen without tracking it, without controlling it. Our mind is running us. And what happens in society when we're growing up is there's a lot of mind control that's being done by your mind that you don't even know of during your upbringing. So whether or not, when you're talking about at work or at school or with your family and friends, and there's all types of things that our mind have been controlled that we've let into our mind to think this is who we are and this is what we should do and this is all we can do. We let those things into us as truth that we don't even realize, and they start playing back over and over in our head, these same situations. And we find that a lot being out here in Thailand is that these people don't know us. They don't have any inkling about our people like that. They don't speak our language. And so the things that we're propelling out there into the universe are our own thoughts of ourselves and the things that are around us. We're creating those things whenever we walk past someone or whenever we're engaging with someone or doing business with someone. We're creating those things about ourselves and other people. And so when we started to control our thoughts more and more and more, we start realizing, okay, if we have control over it, that means that we can fix it. That means that we can create something better and create the situations that we know will take us to our ultimate purpose if we can control our thoughts better, our visualizations better, our stories that we create about ourselves and other people, and really just leave it open. Don't create the whole story. Let that person have their own thoughts, and you just think about what it is that you want to accomplish in the deal. So the mindset, just getting on a rampage about the mindset. I can talk all day about the mindset and how that will help you to achieve your goal faster than anything else is working on yourself and working on your mind. But it's super real. And so mind is definitely the number one thing. But you also have skill set. Right? So even after you have your mind right, you still need to have certain skills in whatever avenue that you're trying to do. So whether or not that's business, real estate, currencies, yourself, you have to have certain skill sets to be able to accomplish that goal. Now, of course, you need your mindset right first, because even if you have the skill set and you go and do the exact task that someone tells you to do that already is successful with doing it, You might do the exact same thing and you don't have the same results because your mind wasn't in the right place when you did it. But the skill set is still necessary for you to be able to give the time and the energy to be able to get better, whatever that you're choosing to do right now. And then you also have the last thing, which is the resources that you need. So after you have your mindset right, after you have the certain skill set that you did, you also have to have certain resources available to you. And so with the resources, you know that you'll need, certain support. Everybody can't do it themselves. You'll need some support to be able to achieve something. You might need some financial resources to be able to achieve a certain goal. You might need to have certain tools and technology to be able to achieve your goals. Whatever that is out there and available for you to have. If you just in your mind fix yourself to know that you can go out there and get it. All of those things are available to you once you get into a place that you need it. And so the mindset, the skill set, and the skill set is funny because you can hire a mentor and you can get skill sets really fast, or you can just do a task over and over in enough frequency to be able to get the skill set. And so either way, you can gain the skill set, whether you're getting it for someone that's already there or whether or not you're doing the task enough times with enough intensity and tracking it and tweaking it. That's how you can gain the skill set. So whatever it is that you have your goal set out to do, you can achieve it by having one of these three things. And if one of these three things is holding you back, figure out which one that is. If it's more than one that's holding you back, figure out the most important one first, work on that, and then work on all of them as you go along, and you'll be able to achieve your goals by thinking about those three. And so that's how I wanted to get into a little bit about that one question, and we can move on to the why you make that face.
I was like, because it was real what you said. Yeah. It was a lot, but it was real what you said. Because people need to hear it, and then those are three major things that people do struggle in as well. But you just gotta figure it out as far as the solutions, and also put in diligent, consistent action towards it. That way you can have maximum productivity from it. So I liked it. What you said.
Okay. All right, I get it now.
All right. So the third question, let me pull it up. It is, which investment vehicle would you like to succeed with in the next 12 months? So the question again is, which investment vehicle would you like to succeed within the next 12 months? Is it real estate? Is it yourself? Is it currencies and or stocks? Or is it business? Once again, which investment vehicle would you like to succeed with in the next 12 months? Real estate, yourself, currency and or stocks, or business? So I guess if I could answer a question, I would answer this one. So my response would basically be myself. You just talked about mindset and how everything that we create outside of ourselves is manifestation of what's inside of ourselves. So I know if I constantly fix myself to be my best self, I can conquer in all these different areas, the real estate, the currencies, and the business, and be more receptive to the information that I'm giving because I'm constantly working within myself, and also to be able to put things together to work in this synergy. Even though they're all different industries, they all kind of still tie into each other. We talk about investing and putting money into something. So you want to make sure that all your business kind of runs smoothly to where the money is constantly circulating within the investments that you're doing. But the first investment that I would have to do and focus on myself is myself, and really figuring out how I can maximize and control my thoughts. And not only am I trying to control my thoughts, I'm trying to maximize them by thinking outside of what I normally would think of, or not thinking too much on something. Because sometimes, like when you're talking about your own experiences and your own traumas, you try to overthink, like, oh, well, if this happened, I'm gonna do this, and if this happens, I'm gonna do this. It's like you don't know those things that happen, and they may have different type of solutions when they actually happen too. So I would definitely invest in myself. Which one will you invest in for the next 12 months?
Of course, like I said with the last question, you want to choose all of them. Of course, like that would be idealistically if we can have all of them coarsely working together so that you can be as stable as possible, regardless of what happens in one industry or the other. And that's ultimately our goal as a freedom lifestyle investors, to have all of these working together. But you want to be able to work on one of them at a time and get them going and enough where now that that's fluid, you can move on to the next one because that one's already coming in. And that's how you really establish yourself to be able to do them all. But I still would agree with what you said, Ashley, as far as working on yourself, because even though we do have our hands in all of these, we have the real estate going on, we have the business and the currencies and things like that. But in order for us to get to our goal of really smashing it out, Like, we have so many big business plans about what we want to do in those things. But the thing that'll get us there the fastest and the best way is us working on ourselves. And the most, man, like, we're so critical when it comes down to our thoughts and what's coming through our mind right now in this time in our life, that we feel like that's what's going to help us to be able to be the bigger and better person that we see ourselves being. Because we've accomplished a little bit, or maybe a lot in our head. It was like, okay, we've accomplished a lot just over this last 5 years of us knowing each other together. We can put down on paper like, we've accomplished a lot, but it's nowhere close to the goals that we have and how far that we see ourselves going with it. And so for us to get to the next levels and continuously grow and get to the next level, we're going to have to create ourselves to be our higher self that we see ourselves being in our head. We're going to have to get serious about being that person, doing those tasks, and being ourselves. And in order for us to do that, we have to think about our thoughts, we have to think about our time, and we also have to think about where we're investing our money. And so the whole point of this whole call, it comes together, not just this call. This is what our focus is going to be with y'all every single week. Every Saturday, we're going to come here and we're going to talk about how we can invest our mind right, our time right, and our money right. When all three of those things are working coercively, we can accomplish any goal that we set for ourselves and that we set together. And so we just I don't know if the excitement and the passion shows as much as how we feel it in our heart. And we can talk about this all day long. Like, we can have hours and hours and talk about these things, because this is probably the question that we get the most, when we're out here in the world, regardless of where we are and when we're connecting with people. We either get this question the most, we criticize ourselves and ask ourselves this question the most, or we're trying to uplift somebody else that we've come across in our life to be able to have, the best life that you can have and be the best person that you can be. And working on yourself is literally the best way that you can do it in the fastest way, because you can create whatever you want to create. You can have whatever you want to have. No, it might not be when you snap your fingers, or even so, it's possible, right? We don't want to put any limitations on it. It can happen instantly. You can make the decision right now that you're going to do it. There's no plan B. It's going to happen for you. And tomorrow it can happen for you, because we've seen that happen. And so, I don't want to put any limitations that it can't happen, snap your fingers, but you also don't want to have any time constraints to yourself on when or how bad you want it if you want to make it happen. So it doesn't matter if it happens tomorrow or if it happens 5-10 years down the line. You're going to make it happen. It doesn't matter the time frame. Just put that in your head that I'm putting the work in, that I'm going to achieve it. Doesn't matter when, doesn't matter how, but I know I'm going to achieve that, and be at that point in yourself when it comes down to achieving that goal, and just start working on yourself. Like, what does that person look like when they achieve that goal? What does it feel like once you achieve that goal? What type of person are you when you're in that environment and you're working towards that goal and doing that goal? What type of other people do you need around you to be able to attract to you in order for that goal to happen? What do you need to do and be like in order to even attract those type of people in order to help you out to achieve your goal? Right. All of those things come back to self. It comes back to how you look at yourself, how those past experiences, how much they rule your person, and you let those past pains and hurts rule you as a person and everything else that's around you. It goes back to really getting over those blockages. And, we can't really speak well enough on the mindset and on yourself. And that's going to be our main focus. That's our main job. It's going to be our main focus, talking to you. Everything else, the business, the currencies, the real estate, we have those skill sets. We're going to transfer that over to you too. We want to be able to make sure that you're ready to receive it, and that everybody is in the right mindset, including ourselves every day.
Yeah, it's all about self-awareness, guys. Just being more self-aware of the actions, our thoughts, of our whole entire selves, and to gain control over ourselves so that way we can make the best decisions possible when it comes down to investing into anything, ourselves, real estate, business, currencies, all that jazz. These major 4 categories, I know you guys see that on the site too, as far as the fly challenges and what you can invest in as far as real estate, yourself, currencies, and or stocks or business. Like, why these 4 things or why these things keep popping up is because that's how we found our freedom lifestyle. Just like Tracy said, or Tre'Leon Bay said, you have to focus in. You have to focus in on exactly what you need, and then focus in on the different ways that you need to move forward in the best way positive. It's all about your mindset and thinking of yourself and visualizing your definition of freedom lifestyle. When once you visualize that freedom lifestyle, what you look like you said, you can work towards it. And so these are the different avenues that we found our freedom lifestyle, whether that created financial freedom, emotional freedom, time freedom, we're sharing those tools with you. And then we're telling you the quickest way possible to obtain those types of goals that you may have. You know, for us, it took us a little bit of time to do this, but we're trying to tell you in a quicker time so that you can have more productivity without having to go through all the woos and the lies. Let us go through that so that way you can actually get through a little sooner and quicker without all of that. And so you just get to really meet what you need to be successful, and then you can transform it to what is conducive to you and your style and your business. And so I'm just so excited about the Freedom Lifestyle Investors site and having you in the community to go to share this knowledge with, and also to learn from, like be more interactive. Definitely, if you're on our webinar, definitely send us a hand request so that way we can get you on live so people can see you, and also so you can ask us any questions, or we can have a dialogue or discussion about something that you went through. Maybe you have a deal that you want to talk about, maybe you have a question about a deal, or maybe trying to think about what to invest into. Like, ask those questions so we can tell you. You know, we do a lot of research every day on the trends and what's going on as far as investing into these categories. And so we probably know when's the best time to get in, when's the best time to get out, when's the best time to use somebody else's money, when's the best time to use yours. Like, we always have an answer for anything because we're constantly doing it every single day. And if we're not, we're hoping that one of you out there do, so that we can get more knowledge and more awareness about investing in different styles that maybe we're not perfecting in right now. So, you know, we're always open to different conversations. Let us know if you have any questions or concerns about the site, if you want us to add anything to as far as tools or different things that you may need. Let us know so we can always make sure we're doing the best that we can for the Freedom Lifestyle Investors community.
Yeah, I definitely want to say, guys, that I'm so excited about starting this with you every single week. I'm so excited to be talking to you every single week about this subject. Our point is that we don't want you to leave the same person when you're done having these calls with us together. We don't want to leave being the same person. This is going to challenge us in our mind and our critical thinking, and then also us being able to socialize with you on what you have going on. We're going to be able to learn from your experiences. You can learn from our experiences. And so, like we said, we can talk about freedom lifestyle and achieving that and living that all day long. We get, you can call us up and we'll sit there and we'll talk with you about that. But these calls that we have every single week with you, we want it to be so effective that's why we're asking you these questions. And then also we're going to be giving you a free book every single month. So every first Saturday, we're going to give you a free ebook, and we're going to dissect that ebook as much as possible during the rest of the month. But right now we're talking about, using your mind, your time, and your money correctly, right? That's really what having a freedom lifestyle is all entails, is you being able to have those three things in the best way coercively. But when it comes down to reading, we're going to have something for you to read too. So you're going to have to put in some work to be able to accomplish these things. You're going to have to meditate and think and actually control your thoughts to be able to achieve these things. You're going to have to challenge yourself to gain new skill sets in order to achieve these things. And you're going to have to be willing to be a leader and affect other people in a way where you can help them to achieve their goals too. And so all of these things come together. And the book that we want to recommend this month is called Think and Grow Rich. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the link for everyone that's on the call with us, all of our members. I'm going to leave the link on the webinar. And then everybody else who's listening to this recording, either as a podcast or you're seeing it on YouTube as a replay, I'm going to leave the link below for you to be able to download this book for free. And this book it was written by Napoleon Hill, and it was written way back in like the 1920s. So it's a super old book, but the information inside of the book, you'll feel like it was just written yesterday, because it's just as prominent, if not more prominent, because of the speed of the world and the ethers and how you can create your life even faster now than you could back then. And the information that Napoleon Hill has that he shares with us inside of this book is very detrimental for you to read at least one time in your lifetime. If you can read it more than one time, use this as a tool, because I still use it. My first time reading it was back in 2009, and that's when I created my very first company, and it's been just uphill from there as far as expanding my mind. And you want to do every single task inside the book. Don't skip any assignments that he tells you to do. Do everything inside the book. Take this super serious and read the book. Take the time to do it. And I don't care, even if you're someone who has like ADHD, or you don't have the patience to read or the time to read or whatever excuse you have, I'm also going to include an audio. And it's a summary of the book. So it's not even the full book. It's just a small, quick summary of about 20 mints that you can listen to. And if you don't have time to read it, listen to the audio then. I'm not even going to let that be an excuse for you not to do this task and not to do this assignment this week. I'm going to even leave an audio for you to listen to the audio. And if you're someone who overachieves and you're someone who always goes for extra credit, you're just that type of person, then I would recommend that you not only read this book and take that serious and do every single task inside the book, but also listen to the audio twice a day. So once in the morning and once before you go to sleep, and read the book. And I'm not over exaggerating. I tell you, this is going to change your life. Everyone who's this book has come across, who've actually taken it serious and read it and did the action that it says inside of the book, life has changed. And so that's why I can guarantee it, because it's happened over and over to everyone else. And there's no way that it's not going to happen for you if you take this serious and do this task. So we're going to share the book as well as the audio with you guys this month. And then as we go along for the rest of the month, every Saturday, if you have a question or you want to talk about certain parts of the book, please share it so that way we can all talk about it, even in the comments if you're watching the replays and you just want to bring up something that you read inside of Think and Grow Rich this month, then that's what we're going to focus on just for this month. And we're going to make that available for our members for free. And then also right now, at least for the first 3 weeks, we're going to leave it available for free for everybody, just to be able to create this engagement.
Yeah, so that's super awesome, guys. We also want to give you guys a discount code. So every time we come on these weekly calls, we're going to give you guys a discount code or an actual discount on the site just for coming and attending, and also for being our wonderful members. Like, we really appreciate you guys. And so we want to make sure that you guys get first dibs on a lot of different things that we have coming out or that's already out here. So we're going to give you guys a discount of 30%. So we just go ahead and look around what we have. So we have some shirts, some merchandise, and also services and coachings available, also some classes and trainings that will help you in all those industries that we talked about. And also we do have some free tools as far as some free self-help books and things that can help you with investing in yourself that we feel like would be a great benefit to you as well. So some of these items are all the way up to 80% off because they were already marked down half. So it's crazy that you're getting 80% off of these products. So now is the time to get them. It only lasts for 48 hours. So make sure you can. If you're watching YouTube or podcast, we're sorry you're not able to get it. It's just for the members live on our webinar. Please join our freedomlifestyleinvestors.com site so that way you can be able to use these discount codes for all these items too. So definitely write down below all your answers to the questions. Any questions that you may have on a podcast or YouTube want us to answer on the next webinar, write them in the comments. We'll read them throughout our next webinar call and maybe get some input from our members online too about the question. And also if you're a member, you definitely have to reach out to us and ask us any questions. If you have any comments, maybe just want to let us know, hey, I'm here and I do this. Let us know so that we can get you more involved in the community, what we need to do. So we're so excited about you guys.
You know what I think we should do? I think we should make this offer for the 30% off, and it's really up to 80% off on a lot of the items. We're going to leave it available for 48 hours, and we're going to make it available for everybody. So whether or not you're a member, you're not a member yet, whether or not you're a pro member or a free member, none of that matters today. We're just, I don't
Let's
know.
do it.
We just feel good right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it available for everybody
So
on the site
excited
for the next 48 hours. So that means anything that you want to gain as far as your mindset, your skill set, investing your money right, you have those available for you. The resources are there. Is whether or not you're going to take advantage of those resources in order for you to get it and get to your goal. So we're going to make that available for everybody for the next 48 hours. But then after that, we do want to have the benefit for the people that have signed up for our pro membership package. We want to be able to have these codes available for you every single week. So you always have discounts coming to you, just flying to you every week. There's going to be no excuse for you not to hit your goals. But for everybody else, for today, we're going to have that available for you right now for the next 48 hours. And then, of course, you can just join the site when you're ready to be able to become a pro member, so you can keep getting discounts, keep rising above, keep adding on more skill sets, keep adding more of these industries to your plate. So that way you're always going to be having abundance regardless of what happened in this industry or that industry. You want to have all of these working together, and you're always going to be good. You're always going to be able to live that ideal freedom lifestyle when you have these things accomplished. All right, guys.
Freedom Lifestyle Investors. We're so happy that you guys are a part of this community. I can't say it so many times. I'm just so excited to have this weekly call with you guys every single week. It's going to help us be more accountable. It's going to help you guys be more accountable as far as doing the actions that you say and also getting a brand new look on life and getting a great mindset. We want you to be your best selves. We want the best for you. And so this is just so exciting that we have this ability to be there with you during your journey. I'm so excited about that. So Freedom Lifestyle Investors are so excited to be amongst you. And also make sure that you're sharing the news about having a freedom lifestyle. Now, I'm not saying just tell them about the site. You don't got to tell them about the site all the time, but just tell them about the freedom lifestyle itself. Share the good news about managing your mindset, your time, and your money to create a long-lasting legacy of infinite generational wealth. So make sure that you pass that message along, because a lot of people don't even know about having a freedom lifestyle. They visualize it, but they feel like they're not able to even obtain it. And so just having a conversation with you can be that one way for them to be able to obtain a freedom lifestyle, to where they're in full control of their life, and also they're able to be financially free, emotionally free, mentally free, and time free.
No, that's just so true, guys. And the more that we do this call, the more involved we want to be able to make you. So we're going to have more people involved. We want people to come on and share their stories. We also going to be inviting special guests, so people who are already living their ideal freedom lifestyle, what that looks like for them and their accomplishments. So we're going to invite people on. And so as we go along, this is going to get bigger, it's going to get better, and we're just super excited to get this started. And we appreciate you being here today. We appreciate you listening to this call with us today. Like I said, we're just super excited just to talk to you, just to be able to propel this message forward for anybody who's just touched right now. If you're listening to this, it's literally nothing happens for no reason. And so if you're listening to this right now, this message is for you. It's propelling you to be able to go out there and achieve your best self, regardless of what anybody else says, regardless of what everybody else looks like outside of you and around you. None of that matters. What you see for yourself, you can have. And so go do it.
Yes, do it, guys. Do it, or she's going to regret it, because ain't nobody going to do it but you. And so you got to make sure that you do what is needed for you, your life, and your family. And I'm just so excited to be here talking to you guys. I can't say it so many times.
We're here to help you. We're here to help you guys,
we're
too.
We're open book. We questions.
Just love doing it. We're passionate about
helping
helping people achieve that.
We're just really excited about it. So yes, YouTube, podcast, write us any comments, like this video, thumbs up. If you're in our call, write in our chat box or send us a request. Make sure you get live on the actual website, as far as maybe commenting, writing a blog or a tool. You can even advertise your company or business. You can at least do that. So we have a lot of different things that you can do right now to be interactive on the site. If you're on YouTube, definitely sign up for at least a free membership, because it's free, it doesn't cost anything. At least you can be a part of the community. And we're just so excited to have everybody and have this tool available. So I can't wait to see what it looks like a year from now. Like, what? Look at us, where we came from. And you're able to be there with us throughout the journey. We have a lot of things that we're working on, and we can't wait to share with you guys. And that's a good thing about having a group call. You're able to really just touch in and ask as many questions as you want, meet different people with different walks of life, and just really get that on-hands experience without feeling like you're being singled out or, any of those things. You really feel like you're a part of a team in the community. So we want everybody to feel the love and to feel motivated and inspired, because we want you to be the best. We want you to be your best self possible. Whatever that may be, we want you to be that, because we know that with you being in your best self, the world can be a better place. And also the message of a freedom lifestyle will not just be a message, but really become a lifestyle to where everybody is now living it. So I'm so excited to be a part of you and have you involved with this call every week. So I can't wait till next week.
See you next Saturday. So every day is a Saturday. Doesn't matter. Every single day can become your Saturday.
Yeah.
That's how we live. That's how we like to live.
That's how we like to live. So. Saturday's the best day. Like you said, you can wake up whenever you want, do whatever you want. It's kind of like your cheat day. That's how we want every day to kind of be, but still be productive at the same time and doing exactly what your purpose is supposed to be doing. Absolutely. So make sure that you're definitely walking in your mission, your life purpose. And see you guys on next Saturday.
All right. See you guys next Saturday.
Peace out.